Which one's the cubic binomial, A, B, or C? Which one?
B.
Yeah, obviously. Okay, good.
Oh, it's cubic.
All right, Joe. Which one's the linear binomial?
Can you give me a chance?
You guys don't know this stuff. It's okay if you're right.
Hey.
We haven't taught it to you.
I know the answer to this one.
Joe?
B.
B? No.
I know the answer to this.
A.
What you got?
See?
C, clearly.
That's so obvious.
Oh, I didn't.
Obviously.
No,
As soon as he calls on me. As soon as he
It
calls
has
on
to
me.
be A.
Which one's a quadratic trinomial? A, really?
Yes.
A is right.
Hey, we got 2 out of 3.
All right, so what's a trinomial?
It's got 3 numbers.
Ah, okay. We call it 3 terms. But yeah. It's got 3 terms. It's a trinomial. What if it has 2 terms?
It's a double onion.
Double
It's a binomial.
Thank you.
Double onion.
What does the word cubic mean?
It means cube.
Okay. All right. So you kind of got an idea. All right. So now on your guided notes here. Monomial. Mono means 1. Okay. Then just like a monorail, 1 rail. Okay. Monomial is think of it as a single term, but it can be a number, a variable, or a product of number and variables with whole number exponents. Okay. 5. Listen. 5 is a monomial. X is a monomial. -7xy is a monomial. Okay? As long as they are being multiplied together and as long as you have whole number powers, you say it's a monomial. We are not going to deal with a negative power. You cannot say 2 terms as a monomial because that's 2 expressions. And then 2 over x cubed is not a monomial. Okay. The degree of a monomial. Okay. Is it first degree? Is it second degree? Is it third degree? Fourth, fifth. What degree is it? Well, the definition here, the degree of the monomial is the sum of the exponents of the variables. A constant has degree 0. All right, we're going to do a couple examples, but real quick, think about this. If I have a monomial of 6x squared y cubed, it is degree 5. Because what did it tell me to do? Add up to what? Yeah, so 2 plus 3, 5. If you have a constant, the number 12 is a monomial. What's its degree? 0. Okay. Degree 0.
We just got done with exponents, and we told you that 12 really does have an exponent of 1, but the vocabulary is a little bit different here. Now we're talking degrees. So it's 12 to the power of 1, absolutely, but it's not a degree of 1.
Not degree 1, degree 0, because we define it to be that. And what about 3x? What's that degree? What you got there, Josh? What you got, say? Your gut says, I don't know. Grant, come on, pick him up.
X?
What's that?
Is it just X?
It's gotta be a number. We
Gotta
gotta
be a number.
Look, hey, the definition, Grant, the definition is the sum of the exponents of the variables.
Yeah, Grant.
What variable do we have?
None.
You guys gotta start speaking our language. Variable is the letter, okay?
Thanks, Colin.
Don't listen to him. Zach.
1. Only 1 of the X.
This has a degree of 1. It's not written. So this would be first degree. First degree. All right, let's take a look at here. Write that one down. 4p to the 4th, q to the 3rd. I can't get you a pencil sharpener. It's like writing.
They wouldn't accept that. I'm using pen.
All right, Christian, what degree is this?
So then when you compound that with a dull pencil, you're in trouble.
Christian,
Yeah.
what degree?
4.
Uh,
What?
I have no idea.
All right,
No idea.
Christian, you gotta move up here. This ain't working back there. You're right here.
No.
You pay no attention back there. You know nothing. Like, this is like probably the easiest problem we've done all year. You're like, no idea. Oh. 7. Add the exponents together. 4 plus 3 is 7. No, you're still coming up here.
No, Mr. Bell, can you put him over there?
Wait, there's
Won't stop
Can I give you one more
talking.
chance?
one more chance?
One more chance.
All right,
Come back there.
one more chance. All right, 7 Ed.
Sit him with God.
7 ED. Hold on, let him copy it down, Jordan, I'll let you answer.
All right.
7 ED. Put that down for B. All right, what do you think, Jordan?
Either 0 or 2.
What's that?
Either 0 or 2.
Why would you say 0?
Because the other rule where it's like show when it's 0.
Okay, if it's just a constant, it would be 0, but the second one is correct. It is 2. Second degree, because consider these to have a 1 and a 1. Second degree. Okay. All right, now if it's just the number 3, just the number 3. Connor,
That'd be 0.
that would be 0.
Because to a constant, so it's 0. There's no
Yeah.
exponent, then it's 0.
If there's no variable, no letter, then it's 0. Oh, holy cow. Look at this one. Okay. All right, Chris, I'll give you a second. Copy it down.
I gotta copy down first.
Copy it down. Better everybody give it. All right, this is your second chance now. If you miss it, you're up here. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, what do you got?
Would it be the 9th degree?
Ooh, it is the 9th degree.
Stay back there.
No, he's not.
A lot of love in here.
It's good to be wanted.
I'm gonna be one. I'm the left team, and I'm
Okay.
He's
All right.
so annoyed.
9th degree. 3, 5, and 1. Don't forget there's a 1 there. Don't forget there's a 1 there.
Feed him to the
Okay.
shark.
All right, now, a polynomial.
There's 2 degrees.
Polynomial.
There's 2. There's 1.
Monomial is 1. Poly means many. Is a monomial or a sum or difference of monomials. Now, this is always throws people off. We'll have to hit it pretty good here. But the degree of a polynomial is the degree of the term with the greatest degree. And I'll have to explain that as we go through there. Okay. Now, right under there where it says a polynomial, shh, listen up. Zach. This is a polynomial. It is made up of 1, 2, 3 terms, 3 monomials. To find the degree, you take the degree of the highest one. Okay, this is where it's a little bit different. So now if I have more than one letter, say I got 6x squared y cubed plus 7 y minus 8x. How many terms does that have? How many terms does that have? 3. Take the highest degree of each term. So this would be a 5th degree. This would be first. This would be first. So the final degree would be 5th. You just take the highest. You don't add them all up. You got to watch this difference between polynomial and monomial. All right, so write down this one for A, 11, x to the 7th plus 3x cubed.
Come on, Christian, you got this.
How many terms, Evan, how many terms do you see?
2.
2. Now, you got to find the degree of each term. What is the degree of this first term, Evan?
7.
What's the degree of the second one?
3.
Take the highest one, 7. So this is 7th degree. Okay? This is the difference when you have more than one term. We got a plus between them.
Oh, God.
Don't let this
I'm joking.
complicate.
No, we have
1/3 w squared z plus 1/2 z to the 4th minus 5. Okay. First question, Connor. How many terms are there?
There are 3 terms.
All right, 3 terms. 1, 2, 3. We want the degree of each term. Rachel, what do you think the degree of the first term is? Okay. For each piece, you want to add, if there's more than one variable, you want to add exponents. So for this one, you actually want to take 2 plus 1, which gives me 3. All right, Jalen, what's the degree of the second term? 4. Grant, what's the degree of the last term? 0. What's my final degree? Joe? 4th. Good. You take the highest one. 4th degree. All right. Copy that down and then just think about it. Don't raise your hand yet. Copy that down. Proceed.
Oh, I got you. Copy that.
What?
I think I know.
He took it right. That's all. Yeah. That's good. Not so good.
Yeah.
Or perfect. Okay. Something. Yeah. Okay.
All right, Allie, how many terms you see? 1 term? Okay. There's going to be more than 1 term. Everything that is separated by a plus or a minus would constitute a term. So now, what do you think? 4. Good. There are 4 terms. Okay. This one, and then you got a plus, a second term, minus, and then a last term. So we got 4 terms. Sam, what do you think the degree of the polynomial is?
I said 5.
You said 5. That is correct because these first 2 both have a degree of 5. And we take the highest one, so you're just going to say 5th degree. 5th degree. Okay, for that. Okay. Now, they talk about the standard form of a polynomial that contains 1 variable. Is that what you got next? Okay. Written with, you got to write this with the terms in order from greatest degree to least degree. When written in standard form, the coefficient of the first term is called the leading coefficient. All right, this is in standard form because it goes x to the 4th, x cubed, x squared, and then you always put the constant last. So this is just an example that is in standard form. The leading coefficient is whatever number's in front of the highest degree term. So that is just an example. We want to put everything in this form. Okay, we do not want to rearrange things. If it's not in that form, now we rearrange things. Okay? All right, so is that the first one you got there? All right. Zach, what would it be in standard form?
-7x to the 5th plus 4x to the squared plus 6x plus 9.
Okay, and here's the biggest thing that I see, and he did it right, and you need to do this right as well. When you see this -7, that minus is with the 7, and it travels wherever it goes. Okay, so if you move that anywhere, you got to keep it as -7x to the 5th. The 6 does not have a sign in front of it. That means it's positive. So when we move it, you got to put a plus there. So that's in standard form. The leading coefficient, -7. Okay, so I just put LC. Leading coefficient. All right. Put that one in. Where are we at? Yeah. Okay. All right, Jordan, what would be, what do you think for standard form?
Don't know.
What's the highest degree you see?
6.
Put that first.
Alright.
So now since it's a positive, make it y to the 6. What's the next highest degree?
2.
2. So you go put that one next. So plus y squared. And then that leaves minus 3y last. All right, now be careful here. Leading coefficient. Leading coefficient. Preston, any ideas?
Would it be Y?
No, because y is not a coefficient. A coefficient has to be a number. So the leading coefficient has to be a number. No.
Just 3?
No.
6.
Holy cow.
Go back to the definition.
1?
Wait,
Oh.
I kept it on paper.
Isn't it 1 because it's last?
No.
Okay.
Definition?
Why?
Read the definition, folks.
That's stupid.
It says the coefficient of the first term. The coefficient of the first term.
Okay. So once you reorder it, you only look at the first term. Well, you say there is no coefficient there, but what do we always say? There's an unwritten 1 there. So when we talk about leading coefficient, it has to be a number. It cannot be a y, it cannot be the exponent. It is whatever's in front of there. Okay, there's an unwritten 1 there. So you have to say 1. Okay,
Jordan, I
leading
know we
coefficient.
haven't broken your brain yet.
Okay, no.
There's more to come. Get excited.
It's not simple.
Okay, take a look at this third one.
Oh, God. Well, I think I know.
All right, Joe. What's the first term I should write down?
X to the 5th.
All right, x to the 5th. Good. Then what?
9x to the 3rd.
Plus or minus?
Plus.
Plus 9x to the 3rd.
Minus 4x to the 2nd.
Okay?
And plus 16.
Okay, you got that correct. What would be the leading coefficient?
X to the 5th.
No!
Yes, it is!
No!
1.
Jordan!
1.
One!
That's what I just said!
You said next to the 5th.
Because it's late and it's first! Jesus! All of my
Easy.
brain cells are gone.
We never had it to begin with.
Neither did you.
Leading coefficient is
Nothing in
1.
there but air.
Leading coefficient is 1.
Jesus.
This must not be highlighted.
Oh, no.
It's 5 minus 2.
Go bother someone else.
Equal 1.
Alright, last one here for this.
Give me one more chance to redeem it.
It's over.
No, it's not.
You kind of got it.
If, Joe, in the event that you got this one wrong, we don't want to see what happens.
Yeah, we can't take that chance. Can't take it. Alright, Christian, what do you think?
Oh, no.
Negative 3y to the 8th.
Okay?
Plus 18y to the 5th.
Okay.
Plus 14y.
What's my leading coefficient?
Negative 3.
Yep, make sure you put the negative with it.
I told you I knew it.
You said 3 on
To be fair.
Alright, flip it over.
Oh. I like how I had to say.
Wait, can you go back? I didn't write that down.
Yeah, I didn't write it
no,
down.
dude, I hear
Nick,
you.
if I was saying it out loud before I wrote it down.
What?
Yeah, they do.
It's so far, yeah.
The biggest one.
I'm not happy any
So the one that's biggest
coefficient.
coefficient.
The leading coefficient.
Alright, hey, listen up here for a second.
I need.
Colin.
Hey.
Hey, listen. Preston. Alright, on this last little piece here, goes back to what we did in the very beginning. I'm going to explain this. We're going to classify things. So if you say something's a cubic, if something's a linear, if something's quadratic, you need to understand what that means. If something's a binomial or a monomial or a trinomial, you need to know what that means. And that's this last page here. Okay. So some polynomials have names based on their degree and the number of terms they have. So the degree, here are the names for a degree. If it's degree 0, it is a constant. Okay, it is a constant. That would just be like any number, 16, 12, -8. If it is degree 1, it is linear. So if the highest degree is just has an X or just has a Y, that would be a linear.
I'm so like completely confused. Like I thought I knew what I was doing, but I didn't. And then a second time I thought I knew what I was doing, and I didn't again.
You're talking about like with the degree?
Whatever we just did with these.
Well, with what we just did, what was the goal? We said we wanted to put them in order.
Mhm.
And what tells us, what are you looking at to put it in order?
From the greatest exponents to the smallest.
Yes.
Yeah, the greatest exponent to the smallest. So you look at all of those, you say the 5th is the greatest.
Well, like when we got like -3, like I don't know how we got that.
Okay, what does that represent? That represents, well, look at the directions. What do your directions say?
Leading coefficient.
Then give the leading coefficient. That's all that is. The leading coefficient is whatever number is in front of the highest degree. So once you get them in order, you look at, that's all you look at to get your leading coefficient. But here's the key. What if there's no number in front of it?
Then you put the 1 because
It's just a 1. Okay, so this one will also have a 1. Well, for the last one, the leading term was -3y to the 8th. That was the highest exponent, right? So what's the leading coefficient?
-3.
And that's the leading coefficient does have nothing to do with the exponents. Exponents tell you the order.
Okay.
Make sense?
Got it. Yep.
Now we're going to give names to some of these things. So degree 0 is a constant. That would just be like the number 16. A linear, if somebody says, oh, I got a linear term, it means it's first degree. So just like 3x. Quadratic and cubic, quadratic second degree, like 4x squared, cubic, third degree.
You can't read that.
You just said what it was, so.
I can't read that.
Now, quartic is 4th degree and quintic is 5th degree. So you got a quart of milk, there's 4 quarts in a gallon. Okay. If you have quintuplets, I hope you don't. That'd be 5.
That'd be unfortunate.
Now,
That's a lot. That's a lot.
after that, we do not have special names. You would just say 6th degree, you would just say 7th degree, you would just say 8th degree. Okay, now, what's the next one say? Number of terms? All right, number of terms. And we've used these terms already. We're just assigning them names. Monomial. It just has one term. Just one term by itself. No pluses or minuses. 2 terms. Binomial. 2 terms is a binomial. 3 terms is a trinomial. And once you get to 4 terms, anything with 4 or more terms, you just use the word polynomial. Poly means many. Okay? 4 or more just means polynomial.
I have polys.
So now I can give you an expression, and you want to tell me, you gotta give me something to do with the degree and something to do with the number of terms. A word for each. Well, what degree? Go ahead and if you would, right? Oh, you got it down, don't you? 5n cubed plus 4n. What degree, Colin, would that be?
Third.
3rd degree. Now look at the chart. What's the name we use for 3rd degree? Cubic. How many terms does it have, Colin?
2.
What's the name we use for that?
Binomial.
So this is a cubic binomial. Cubic binomial. So it gives me information. Cubic, the word cubic says, all right, I got highest degree is 3. Binomial says I got 2 terms.
Yes.
All right, write this one down. It's already in order. You don't need to rearrange anything.
Why are you watching them?
All right, Tommy, you looking at it? What degree do you think it is? Okay, you got to watch here. This is where don't get mixed up. If it is all one, if these were all mashed together as one term, you would add them up. But when they are separate, just take the highest degree of the highest term. So it would be 6. Is there a special name for 6th degree?
No.
No, so you just say 6th degree, and it has 4 terms. So 6th degree polynomial. Okay, 6th degree polynomial.
Oh, man.
Just negative 2x. Sometimes the simplest ones are the hardest, Preston. Sometimes the simplest ones are the hardest. Grant, what do you think for this one? What degree is it?
First.
What is the special name for 1st degree?
Linear.
Linear. How many terms does it have?
1.
1. And what's the name for one term?
Monomial.
Linear. Monomial.
I don't know. I don't want it. I don't want to prove.
Okay, now let's see how good you are.
Watch, right?
Create. You make up a quartic trinomial.
Did you say clutch rabbit?
Quadratic.
The matter? Wait, we're gonna.
4th degree.
They were at home, but I didn't.
Yeah.
With accurate.
In a quadrangle.
Well, we were right before them in Ox. So
Yeah.
4:30.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm trying to finish at 4:30, but
Me, it doesn't matter. Still in the 4th degree.
about an hour and a half. But we usually get on there 2:45. Yeah. Sam, what do you got? Anything?
Yeah, I have 4x squared plus 2x plus 14.
Okay, that's a trinomial, but not quartic. Okay, Jordan?
4y to the 4th plus 6x to the 2nd minus 2x.
That would be okay. You gotta have the highest degree is 4th degree. Joe, what do you got?
Oh, never mind.
All right, well, never mind. Hanan, you got something? What you got?
5x to the 4th minus x plus 5.
Okay, good. All right, 3 terms, highest degree is 4th. All right, get this done now. Page 479.
Oh.